a fresh red eyes fusion monster. Though, due to its legality, I didn't think I'd have the chance for this. And as such, I still need to craft it. Well, looks like it's my turn with the big scary negate monster. Kinda seems like a maxi. But that is an ash blossom. That is... Alright. It's fine by me, I can defend myself still. Let's wait and see. Fellow Dragoon fan right there. Tell they had ties that bind. Or they can tell they had sarcophagus because they added ties that bind. So I can get another fusion back. And I can negate their effects if I can just get to that next turn. Yep, the two magicians, which one of them stops spell traps, so... So hopefully they can't get enough damage to win. Already at 58. That's monster. A spell or effect? Just drew a lot of cards. All right. Well, that's enough now. What? I can't activate cards or something? Because I can. I'm holding on. What? I can. Why wasn't I allowed to? I would have not, rather not. Maybe it's something to do with the timing. I thought I was holding it on the right time. Well, great. Now, do they have to control Shining Sarcophagus? Alright. So, I have one banished red eyes. I have one red eyes left in the deck. More cards. I'm actually surprised they negated it. So now I can Lightning Storm. Moving their Their favorite card right there. There you go. I'll take the one from the grave. Fusion. I bet you like this card. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. They wanted to activate something. Effect. Don't negate your own effect. Now you strike by card effect. Supposed to summon this card, then you can set one spell trap. Dragoon again. This time we will. This time we'll negate ourselves. No, we won't. Then we'll destroy you. Yeah, you get to set Stronghold. Alright, battle. Hit him. One of mine. I think it has to be. Today's target? Dark Magician? Well, there's the guest anyway. Turn silence. Do I want to continue attacking, or is it... Nah. Let's use this. We're going to send off Gearfried. For Return of the Red Eyes. I'll go with Spirit, so I can bring back Gearfried. End of my turn. I bring Gearfried, and I can also bring back Dragoon. All right. Not even negating it. Well, whatever. That guy, yeah, alright. Having a quick effect? This card's only supposed to summon, you can take control. Oh, it's immediate. Well, it's also giving them 500 attack. Now, they're going to battle phase and hit me with this. As they destroyed by card effect. It's SP Little Knight. Okay. What are you here to do? Got Future Silence in there. And what's this? Nightmare Phoenix. Oh, it's a different Gandora. Well, I'm not afraid of anything they're doing. If they're trying to bait Dragoon. Okay. I really don't have to do this, but send that away. And I'm gonna summon Red Eyes from my hand. All right, 19 plus 3,000. Okay, I do believe this duel is over. Unless that Future Silence does something. I don't know. Inferno Fire Blast. They really wanted to get Dragoon's negate. See here. No. Actually, we're not playing Dragoon. Instead, they were using every Gandora you can think of. even the original. Here we have... Okay. Here we have my Soul. My favorite combo, Soul and Black Metal. Let's get to it. Oh, we both have boxing gloves. Is there a cooldown on these? Ah! Yeah, that never starts out well. People who don't use cards in their hand. They're always despicable. Especially those who normal summon Ash Blossom. Are particularly... Well, 7 synchro? Yes, it is. Clearwing Synchro, Necro Valley, which means I can't use... No, I can't use Black Metal. It's just if you can't move cards. And I got a Black Snow Legend. Okay. When another level 5 or higher monster activates its effect, negate it and destroy it. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated, the target's this card is destroyed. Okay. So I can't... Let's try it out. Successor Soul. Try to get rid of that. It worked. Red eyes. And you get me Black Meteor. And so I can make them into a... I'm going to say Dark Magician this time, so I don't run out of red eyes. So I can't remove it from the graveyard anyway. Ah, not Black Metal. So I'm just going for the attack. Oh, I forgot I used that. Oh, it's only a whole 1,000 attack that I missed out on. It's no problem. Not sure how much I want to actually send to my grave like this, but in this case I actually get to use it. I think I might want soul. So there you go. Fang. To that end. Oh, you get 2 draws. Well, it don't seem like they are going to be activating many effects. Okay, we're going to activate pendulum cards. That'll cost you. You're going to pay 800 to pay another 500, are you? Let's make sure I still got this right. Yeah, I can't banish, so all these black meteors I send, they don't do anything. What special summoned? Yeah, this is just some stun deck. Oh, it's actually in the archetype of this thing. See. Well, no, I'm definitely going to be using a Lord of Darkness. Also, special summon, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Also, banish it when it leaves the field. I'm sure I still have red eyes in the deck. Alright. Start with this. I got Dark Ruler no more. Yep, just got one banished card now. I'll go with sending Gear Freed. Well, maybe... all my cards involve the graveyard. Alright, Red Eyes Fusion. They're gonna have to... they're gonna have to stop Comet's effect. Can't take that much damage. Alright, here comes Comet. Oh, I thought that was a... I thought that was a counter trap. Alright, stack this thing. It's Black Cat. Kind of horrible trap you got? Skill drain. Well, that's another 500 for you, so that's that. You really post yourself playing that? Okay. Just start out Black Meteor. Look, this is all I got anyway. I guess I could Successor Soul. I can wait for later. Let's just hit the Striker Dragon. Let's strike it. See, it's got no graveyard effect. Yep, that. Successor Soul and Fang. End. Just quit Fang immediately. I think I am going to do that. In case anything odd happens, like bestials begin appearing. Darn, there goes my red eyes. Albaz. Well, use my Fang immediately. That's why I equip it immediately. It would have been too slow to stop Albaz. Although I would have attributed it for red eyes, and I could use the Fang anyway. But hey, at least they don't have Albaz in their grave anymore. Well, not anymore, but they don't have it at all. Yeah, there goes my red. Oh, I should have used this just because I'm going to summon red eyes. And nothing I can do about that. Battle. Yeah, I might as well use this now. So you lose the only effect monster I have. You ready for this? Red Eyes Black Dragon. Can they just not use that Destruction Swordsman card? Remind me of the requirements. Through a swarm, yeah, there. Oh, I had to do with the Sun stuff. Well, before you even get the chance to use that Bestial, because you decided not to, even though it's a quick effect, I'm just going to add that immediately. So I can summon / dragon. I'll just do it anyway. They have darks anyway. If they really wanted to, okay. So they can use it. Yep, Dragon Destroyer. Put in the defense. And then all my stuff is dragons now. I think I have to Dragoon now. You asked for this. Trigger negates the effects. Also, cannot activate their effects. There you go. Dark Ruler. I'm just going to go ahead and destroy that. And destroy your Buster Dragon while I'm at it. I don't think you should get that. Probably shouldn't have sent stone. I probably won't need this concealing light anymore. Oh, yep, you can activate, can't you? Okay, so I can just return it to my hand. For the cost of that red eyes. Just in case. In case they summon something. Make sure red eyes can attack over it. It's their problem. Alright. They apparently had nothing that they could summon. It's not going to take any damage anyway. Alright. Ended there. High spirits. So reveal a monster in your hand and then send one level 8 fusion monster. Then you apply this effect. Discard to add Fallen of Albaz or one monster mentions it. So you want to special summon this card. Sure. You think they have a monster in their hand? They do. Does that mean they can't use high spirits anymore? Okay. Yep, that's happening. I got plenty. Actually, I only have one dark monster left. Look, that's just gonna have to happen. Alright, Serenir. That's a level 10 synchro. If you can do that? No? Okay. I mean, you're better off doing that than attacking Red Eyes, of course. But not much accomplished there. So no level 10 synchro? It's 200 for no reason? They could trade out. Oh. You serious right now? You are gonna Dragoon me? As I don't know if they have the... I mean, they had to get Dark Magician into the grave. along with Albaz. And they can't use High Spirits. They can't add Albaz to their hand and then summon that. Is that all? Dragoon can win this in one attack now. So anytime you want to pass it over here, you can go ahead and do it. So unfortunately, I won't be able to get the win animation. Nope. Looks like that is the end. A connection fail. So unfortunate. Okay, I'm going first. Oh. I shouldn't have. You made me. Alright. So this isn't... That's not good. Alright, just enough red eyes. Add a card. It worked. It's not a Dark Magician. I still don't like the cards I have, so let's go for another. This is rough. I can't fuse into Comet. I may as well use that Fang with Chain right away. Because Comet will not be a Red Eyes monster. It'll be a Meteor Black Comet monster. Let's go ahead with that. Maybe it'll be Summon Albaz again. Oh. Well, nothing can be done. I'm gonna chain off. Let this be a surprise for them. Oh. I mean, I do have Concealing Light, and I also do have Lightning Storm. But I might also just lose right here. Now, how do you people fit together? Let's say during your main phase, return to the hand during your mode's end phase. Okay. And looking too great. That thing can attack directly. You deal dead. You're gonna deal 24, and then you're gonna deal 11. No, 900. Yep. Thanks for the cool monster. Oh. That's so much worse. But I still don't want to summon Comet. But if that was fatal, I would have. But we're hanging on. This is yeah. Kagari, get him stuff. Next. Get stuff during end phase. Alright, my turn. Return of the Red Eyes. I'm about to have no Red Eyes in my grave. Oh, no, I can banish you, can't I? guess that's better than necrofusioning. So first a lightning storm. Get rid of spell traps. Okay. Forced them into that. That thing probably has something when it... Yeah. Negate the effect of your opponent's first spell card that resolves. Thanks, Angelic Ring. You know, you can go to the freaking grave. Because you're about to be flipped. And that probably adds something. Yeah. I didn't have Ash Blossom the first time. Nope. We're good to go. Come on, Dragoon. Your time, right here, right now. I use the Ultimate Wizard and the Ferociousest Dragon for Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, who is a bit weaker than I remember. So Dragoon effects. Destroy you. Dragoon effects. Destroy you. And since you're still in attack position, you as well. We're doing good. I need this Return of the Red Eyes to stay in my hand. Now this is bad, because Dragoon is so strong that any Mekanko will... Oh my gosh, again. Any Mekanko would just attack into it. I can Dragoon... Wait. I can Dragoon again. Completely forgot about Necrofusion. I use my special sparkly red eyes for this. Dragoon again. That thing? Target? Oh, it targets. It targets. And I cannot be kaiju'd again. Okay, so don't get your hopes up. Oh, it's a lava golem. I'm gonna lose my standby phase. You don't even have to. Man, the perfect deck to ruin Dragoon. We tried. We got 2 Dragoons. 2 of them. Do you want to see what that was? Mekanko, Kaiju... Well, Kaijus are kind of just their own thing. Well, they're kind of not their own thing. Just in other decks. That ended a 9 win streak. Oh well. Streaks are meant to be broken, I suppose. It wouldn't be impressive if it couldn't be broken. Let's see this deck. How many Kaijus? Just the 2? Yeah, 2 Kaiju and then the Kaiju spell. Wherever that is. There, Awakened Slumber. Cross out. So many cards. I didn't realize it was 60. Just one of this, 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 one of this. But they went with 2 Lava Golem. Yeah, good choice. Change as many monsters as possible opponent controls to face on defense position, then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the grave. Is anyone gonna prompt? Yeah, I'll send us meteor. Activate something. I'll go with Fang with Chain. Then we fuse. I'm going to fuse the monster that cares the least amount about being put face down. That's you, Comet. We'll think about Dragoon later. Still something I can activate. And we'll go for a direct attack. That's dangerous. Ooh, we caught it right? Oh, they did. Alright. Nope. There's nothing else I can do. What do you do in the face of Comet? Why should a red more distinct trap effect? Okay. Added breath. Normal summon in addition. Change them to face down defense. Coming back, you're coming back. Fine. How bad do you think it's going to be? Comet will bring back Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now when that happens, I put a Fang with Chain on that. They can banish one of my cards. I control no face-up cards. When they want me to control face-up cards, but they're sending my cards face down. And then a rank 10. The divinity that defies darkness. You can attach one material till the end of your opponent's turn. Well, let's try to get Red Eyes here. Oh my gosh, really? always have it. That's the trap. Discordance. You control a Tistina monster, special summon for an extra deck, you can banish all cards your opponents in your opponent's graveyard face down. Oh, I got 2 of these ready to go off. He didn't save that call by the grave. Oh, they said another one. Let's not think about that. Right, maybe you should have done that immediately. Because it's too late now. And you're asking for this Dragoon. So you're going to get it. I think this thing can be destroyed by card effects. Because if not... Alright. See, does the damage for you. What was that? Sure. Sure, do it. Sure, go ahead. It's your pick. They hit the one with 200. With 200 attack. You lived. Oh. At least it took the damage. It looks like Maxi. Alright, Star Rise Fusion. No, Maxi. Let's fuse you and you. Solar Meteor, Black Comet. And the effect. The effects. It's a bit of burn damage. What's the harm? Okay. Now for some insight. That's another meteor. They didn't like that one. Well, that'd be... Because I just go for... Spirit. They are using Bestial, so that... So Bestial could just steal this soul away. Yep. Just gonna do that. And just gonna set that. Now this, and then my turn. So they're gonna add possibly another bestial. Or they'll add Darkness Metal Dragon. Well, so wait on it now. Yeah. I'm not liking the Darkness Metal. Let's get rid of it immediately. No summon. Let's go for Red Eyes. Red Eyes in attack. Black Metal. We'll go with another Insight. That's probably a bad idea, actually. I don't have many Red Eyes monsters left in the grave to send off. Or in the deck to send off to the grave. Well, I tried to keep the Darkness Metal. But hey, they have to... At least I had to use that. Yeah, Penguin Chain? No, it's Spirit. Let's see, you can bring that back. I doubt that's what you're doing. You... Are you going to make seals? I should have summoned it, but I didn't have to use its effect immediately. Is that it? Then why do you even bother with the... You banish your Bestial and use its effect to bring back Black Meteor. Is that tribute of Red Eyes? That's tribute of Dark Magician. Well, I'm gonna do this then. You can go ahead and redeclare. I'll just inflict a bit of damage. Yep, I think I'm doing better than your just 100. Tribute both for Dark Magician. You had a Darkness Metal Dragon that could attack. Maybe they have something. Maybe they do. I'll use this in the grave. Yep, they added that before. She knew they had that. Add it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go for Red Ice Fuse. Just like this. For a Slash Dragon. And battle. Let's take out Darkness Metal first. Equip Gear Free to Slash. Alright. Hope we don't have Necro Fusion, huh? This is my last Red Eyes monster in the deck. But I should be able to win very swiftly here. I'll equip this right away. Although Dragoon will be really bad. So I think 35 and 28. Yep, that they set Red Ice Fusion. Oh dear. Yep. Yeah, it's bad. But why set it? I can stop myself from taking a certain amount of attack. Well, so let's let that go. 35. Bring back Red Eyes. Are they going to destroy Slash Dragon next? Who would do most damage? This would just be 900. But it does have the Fang with Chain. I mean, they don't know I have Dark Ruler. So they don't fear the Fang with Chain. Alright, Slash. Okay. So 16. So 18. This might be a very tempting thing for them to attack. Because I need to save this Fang with Chain. So they'll 1200 damage to the attack. Yep, they went for it. Now I just need them not to bring back a Red Eye Soul or something. They're also playing 2 Dark Magicians. Why are we both doing that? Alright, here goes. Necro Fusion. Well, first of all, Dark Ruler. No stopping this one, Dragoon. Yep. Your Dark Rulers are no more. That is tragic, isn't it? Because now, your Dragoon is also mine. It's mine. It can't protect itself. It's mine. Although that means I have something they can activate. You are Red Eye's Black Dragon. Okay. You know, I think I should go for the attack. Think it could possibly be Magic Cylinder? It's infinite impermanence. If I put this in the wrong zone, yeah. Maybe that means something. Yeah, I can't do damage. I'm just gonna have to outlast the Red Eye's Fusion from the deck. Instead of Necro. Unfortunately, I don't have any Red Eyes monsters left in the deck. Oh. Luckily, Dark Ruler was on your side. Dark Magician's not in here. Yeah. A set. An end. Well. So I only have one way to end this. I'll use my Red Eye's Black Dragon, in quotes, that was equipped with your Dragoon, fuse it with my Dark Magician into my own Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. Red Eye's Soul. Doesn't look like that one's gonna matter. Actually, it is. Because I only have one destruction. So they just bring in something with less than 2100 attack. So basically don't bring in... So basically don't bring in a darkness metal. That's the end. For the first time everywhere, Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. The ramifications of this decision to unban it? Not much. This game has created so many problems for itself that somehow make this thing into not much of a problem at all. I mean, it's got good effects and protections for itself. But at the same time, the countermeasures to cards like this have greatly increased. Like, Forbidden Droplet is, I'll say, this card's biggest weakness. That I'm even using some cards myself that do well against Dragoon. It wants its effects, and it doesn't want to be put face down. Now, it can be pretty oppressive if you don't have one of those cards. Especially with the main phase destruction effect. Since you can't set something in defense and wait this thing out. Because it's going to destroy it, inflict damage to you. And now you're in an even worse situation than if you hadn't tried to defend yourself at all. And then, since I'm using Red Eye's Fusion here, which requires Red Eye's Black Dragon, That's going to be able to happen twice. Twice per turn. And then the negate, which, the negate's not bad. It even has a cost to it. A lot of cards just go, you have the card, once per turn, just negate something. But this one, you have to discard a card for it. Which is probably why I was given the extra benefit of giving this card 1,000 attack permanently. Which, yeah, is a lot. Because now this card would be at 4,000. And then it would just keep going up per negate. Which, that probably would have been better if they used, this little extra bit to add if you used 2 normal monsters to make this, then it gains 1,000 attack. Because I feel like not enough of this card's abilities are behind normal monsters. Now, this is the definitive fusion between Dark Magician and Red Eyes. But there's already a lot of text on this, and they wanted to design this to be somewhat generic enough to use in other places. When I mentioned this card at the end of the Black Skull video, I said I didn't like it, and I didn't consider it a Red Eyes monster. And it really doesn't fit well with Red Eyes. It's definitely more of a Dark Magician card, seeing as how Red Eyes is optional. But it more of gives a different way to play Red Eyes than slotting itself in seamlessly. And that different way being more of a try to keep a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon on the field while your opponent continuously tries to get rid of it. Which, in this deck, I'm doing the most I can to summon Dragoon and keep it around. I'm using 2 Dark Magicians, along with 3 Red Eyes. So 5 normal monsters. I'm hoping that's worth it. I got 3 Red Eyes Fusion and Insight to get Red Eyes Fusion as much as possible. And I got 3 Allure of Darkness to put these normal monsters to work in the hand. But also, if the opponent has something, hopefully they use it on Allure of Darkness instead of Red Eyes Fusion. And then there's some fun cards. Piercing the Darkness. This card references the Dark Paladin when he used Diffusion Wave motion. And that was also the duel where if Red Eyes Dark Dragoon existed, it could have been summoned there by fusing Red Eyes and Dark Magician. So, and it works with Dragoon. It's going to be fused using normal monsters, so we'll get that attack boost. So if 3,000 and then a possible 1,000 on top of that isn't enough. The Successor Soul. There never was a great situation to use Successor Soul to tribute Dragoon and summon Red Eyes. I think that would be a fun idea to catch people off with that. It would have been useful when Dragoon is about to be stolen by talents. Instead give them a Red Eyes Black Dragon in the fence instead of my Dragoon. Because if you use Dragoon's negate effect, and then it gains 1,000 attack, and then they steal it, that's now their 4,000 attack Dragoon. With 2 destructions, and a negate. And they always seem to have it. Every time you activate this negate effect, they always have talents. Oh, they do have it Unbelievable. And they always seem to. Every time Dragoon wants to negate something. Well, Dragoon destroys Dragoon. These people are just too talented. Oh yeah, and another way to defuse Dragoon. Necrofusion. You know, if they end up in the grave, may as well. Which can also use the Dragon Effect monster. So even if Blackstone Legend or Black Metal are in the grave, as long as Dark Magician's there, they can fuse into the Dragoon. And if Dragoon ever gets sent to the graveyard, it works with Red Eye Spirit, since it's one of the only Red Eyes fusion monsters that bothers to have Red Eyes in its name. Though if Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is brought back using Red Eye Spirit, it doesn't remember its fusion materials. So this effect here, it'll be unable to use it at all. Which, speaking of that effect, that's why I went with a going second deck. It's so that my opponent can get their stuff. They can do that. And I come in with a Dark Ruler or a Sword of Concealing Light to get rid of any problems that would try to negate its summon or any of its effects. Summon Dragoon and start destroying things. And if anything wants to activate upon their destruction, it has a negate for that. And a negate also prevents the opponent from making a huge comeback on the next turn. Which is something that Black Skull, when I was using this kind of setup, was struggling with, because it can only, it only has one attack, and it's more about dishing out damage than it is destroying everything. So Dragoon can remove 3 monsters from the field and put the opponent in a really bad position when going second. So Dragoon works out very well as a solo monster, which means it's the best monster to summon with Red Eyes Fusion, because you only get one summon, so you may as well make it the summon. Which brings us to a certain card that you kind of have to bring up when speaking about Dragoon. Anaconda. And we copy a fusion card and just disregard any kind of restrictions on it, any costs. Which Rise Fusion has the most detrimental cost you can think of, where you cannot summon at all. And Verte just ignores that for the cost of 2 effect monsters. So you can set up all your stuff, use your effect monster scraps to make this, and just toss Dragoon onto the back of any setup you have. Now, I already didn't like this card because of Fusion Destiny. And now it's taking a card that... Rise Fusion is a balanced card. You got a really good fusion effect, because you don't have to even draw the stuff to use with it. And it's got a really bad downside. So they're balancing each other. And for this thing to, at a very low cost, just take that and just take the good part, leave the bad part out. Pretty disrespectful to our balanced fusion card. Which, a card can have any effect, really, so long as the cost of using it is high enough. 2 effect monsters is not a high enough high enough barrier to summon this. Which I know there's the complaint, oh, I had to use Red Eyes and Dark Magician and a Red Eyes Fusion. Well, it's 3 cards out of the deck. And the one that you really don't want to draw is the Red Eyes Fusion. Because, you know, you can still fuse from the hand. It's just that Verte's effect doesn't work from the hand. You have to send... But that's the cost of power. You wanted to skip the restrictions to get a powerful monster. I'm still living. I think that using this 3 cards out of your deck is not that big of a deal to get something like Dragoon out of it. Which, I know that the idea behind this is to get a Link monster that can generically help out fusion decks, but this is not the way to do it. I think there has to be just try something else. This isn't good. This is not right to just have this. I mean, it's not destroying the game, but it certainly isn't helping things out to have all potential fusion spells be abused by this. Yeah, limited to 1, as if that means anything. After all that talk, you really don't need me to tell you that Dragoon is the best Red Eyes Fusion monster. Especially under the restrictions of Red Eyes Fusion. But want to anyway? May as well get all the thoughts out right here, now that everyone is in the game now. They both are similar to Dragoon with their fusion materials. It's going to be Red Eyes Black Dragon and a normal monster that doesn't have much to do with the deck other than fusing into this monster. Now, not having an effect, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There are times where you can be locked out of fusion, or locked out of summoning effect monsters. Or your opponent has a card that, if you summon an effect monster, something really bad's going to happen. Like I already mentioned Forbidden Droplet. Dragoon really doesn't like Forbidden Droplet. It wants its effect and doesn't want to be put down to 1500 attack. Well, you can't negate something that doesn't have an effect. So if you just need to get over a monster, and you know there is going to be a Forbidden Droplet, you can summon one of these non-effects, and therefore they cannot have their attacks cut. And we may have noticed from those situations that they're very niche. And Dragoon is very broad in the number of applications it has, having such powerful effects and protecting itself. Such that, you know, these can come in handy. But playing a normal monster that just fuses into this, just for a specific situation, it's not going to be as good as fusing into this and having something, you know, useful happen. And so later on, Red Eyes Fusion comes out, and along with it, a retrain 2 Black Skull Dragon. Archfiend Black Skull. And this card's fusion materials, they're a bit more lenient in what you can use. But if you're going to use Red Eyes Fusion in the most effective way possible, it's going to be Red Eyes and Summon Skull again. But this time, you know, in effect, even some protection, that if this card battles, no effects can be activated by your opponent. Which that's a pretty slim window to be protecting yourself. A Dragoon can't be destroyed or targeted. And that's already a lot of cards that are stopped by just that. And especially when a monster is first summoned, that's when it's at the most vulnerable. Like this, you summon this, it gets targeted by it just gets sent away. Dragoon, that can't happen to it. This card gets summoned and they have a trap hole face down. Dragoon doesn't care about being destroyed, so there's no trouble. And Black Skull wouldn't even get to the battle phase at that point. And even if your opponent has a battle trap, Dragoon has a negate that he can just use to stop that. So even if it's something like a Drowning Mirror Force that could, flip Dragoon and now it's powerless, it would still be able to negate it. So Dragoon would have to waste its negate and then something bad happened to it in order for this to be better. Well, I suppose your opponent has multiple face-down cards that activate during an attack. Then Archfiend would be better because you can only negate one thing. Once again, no one's using a bunch of battle traps, so it's more niche than you would like if you're going to be using Black Skull Dragon. The Spectral Dragon has its other effect, where it shuffles back a Red Eyes normal monster at the end of the battle phase in order to inflict its damage. That damage caps out at 2,500, with Archfiend of Lightning being in the grave. Dragoon has a similar burn damage effect. And by similar, I mean it is better. So since we're using Red Eyes Fusion and we have to use 2 normal monsters, it's going to be able to do this twice. And it's destroying an opponent's monster, which is also already really good, but inflicting that damage to the opponent. Opponent's monsters can get really strong. So Dragoon's cap is not 2,500. Dragoon can go incredibly high. And then does it twice, along with getting rid of the monster entirely. Like, this burn effect wins. This is one of the most oppressive effects of Dragoon. That you can't defend yourself against a Dragoon. You have to get some kind of indestructible monster, or you're going to take so much damage you may as well have not set anything. So Dragoon wins out against the first Red Eyes Fusion effect monster. Later on, it was a year after, Meteor Black Comet Dragon, who already, it's got a good point. It's winning out when it comes to fusion material. Level 7 Red Eyes, level 6 Dragon. The level 7 Red Eyes, it could be original Red Eyes, Black Flare, Soul, anything you feel. And level 6 Dragon. Quite a few of those. It could be that original Meteor Dragon. It could be the Red Eyes Impact. This is kind of the chess piece, so that's the really intended one. Or you can just go for the best one, which is Black Meteor, who is a level 6 dragon that, when it's in the graveyard for a turn, you can get the Red Eyes Fusion back that you used to make Comet. So you can Red Eyes Fuse again that turn. Or again that next turn. So that's just great fusion material. And when you do fuse it, send a Red Eyes monster, have its attack. as burn damage. Which, burn damage, always take that. Also, that's even more graveyard setup. Whatever you need, whatever Red Eyes monster you would want to bring back from the graveyard, there it is. You can send anything. Also a really good effect. And then if this is sent from the Monster Zone, I'm not sure why it's Monster Zone in particular. That just makes it so that if this thing becomes an equip card or gets made into a continuous spell, that it can't get you anything. But you get to bring back a normal monster, which could be that level 7 Red Eyes, or it could be the monster that was sent as the effect damage. So Comet's great for setting up. However, its last effect does have a problem, and that's Red Eyes Fusion itself. If this thing gets summoned and gets destroyed immediately, you don't get that normal monster, because you're locked out of special summoning. But going to Dragoon, you can't be destroyed. And you have a negate in case something does happen when you're summoned. So Dragoon is just safer. It's better to keep your big monster usually than it is to lose your big monster and get a consolation normal monster from the grave. Which sometimes, your opponent will use something like a kaiju and just immediately get rid of Dragoon. Which, if that happened to Comet, you'd at least have a Red Eyes monster come back. If you Red Eyes Black Dragon in the graveyard, bring it back, then cards such as Fang with Chain would still be live despite losing the Red Eyes monster you had. So Comet does not do that bad of a job with keeping up with Dragoon, because you can just have the graveyard set using this card alone. But it doesn't have any other uses other than having high attack and bringing back a normal monster. Which it does have a higher attack than Dragoon. In fact, every monster I've mentioned has a higher attack. Because you got 35 from the Meteors, and the Archfiends have 32. Which Dragoon can outmatch those with a single negate. So it's not much of a benefit over Dragoon, since Dragoon can usually just negate something, destroy it, to get that attack boost. So, Comet does have a use. Especially with the Red Eye Spirit, bring back Soul, inflict 3,000. And then next, the saddest case of all of these, Slash Dragon. Slash Dragon, in classic fashion in this game, is the coolest, but also the most obsolete. So this card's all about equip cards. When a Red Eyes attacks, it gets an equip card. If someone targets your cards, you can send an equip card, negate it. And then when this thing's destroyed, special summon the monsters that were equipped to it. The Slash Dragon also has that problem of when it's summoned, it's incredibly weak. Because when it's summoned, it doesn't have any equip cards. So if it gets targeted by something, it can't protect itself using its effect. So there's that. The Equip a Warrior, it's not a bad effect. The attack boost is pretty abysmal. 200 attack. That just gets to 3,000. So this thing uses its effect just to match Dragoon. I mean, this is a pretty good negate ability, which is not once per turn. None of these effects are once per turn. Negating any card that targets your cards I mean, that's good. It's a cool effect right there. Especially not once per turn. But Dragoon, despite being once per turn of its negate, it can negate anything. And it itself is not targetable. So it has its own protection from targeting. And if something is really that bad that you have to negate it, Dragoon can do that. How many targeting effects are you really expecting to negate targeting your cards? And then, of course, let's say this thing does get an equip card. If it gets destroyed, on the turn that it's fusion summoned, it won't be able to bring it back because of Red Eyes Fusion's restriction once again. And also those equip cards are also what it uses as ammo for its effect. So it's very likely that Slash Dragon is going to be destroyed without having anything to begin with. I mean, it's better than not having anything. In fact, if it gets destroyed with Black Metal Dragon, the Black Metal Dragon is going to search the card, and Slash Dragon is going to bring it back. That's a pretty cool interaction there. Plenty of searching to do. But this is the best thing about Slash Dragon, is that it works with the equip cards. Because you have Dragoon. Dragoon doesn't want your Black Metal Dragon. Dragoon doesn't want your Fang with Chain. Dragoon's a loner. Dragoon doesn't want the help of your other cards. They just want you to keep those equip cards in your hand so it can do its negate. Doesn't want to mess around. So Dragoon is really outmatching Slash Dragon. It was unfortunate, since this is a definitive Red Eyes fusion monster. And there's no doubt about that. Like, Dragoon, if it didn't have Red Eyes in its name, if you just look at the effect, there's nothing connecting it to Red Eyes, other than the mention of a normal monster. But with this, you have to use Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's not optional. It has to be Red Eyes, and then when a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, you can equip the inbuilt warrior for Red Eyes to it. It's also shares the Red Eyes. It's the only other Red Eyes fusion monster that has Red Eyes in its name. It's also level 7. Not even Dragoon is able to match that. So a lot of those cards that mention level 7 Red Eyes monsters, they work with Slash Dragon. Dragoon is a spellcaster. Slash Dragon is a dragon. It has a very kind effect where it protects targeting for all your cards. Dragoon's just interested in protecting itself. So this Slash Dragon is just such a Red Eyes card. And it just gets outmatched by this. I guess you can use this as a Red Eyes card. Red Eyes card. It's a very savage Slash Dragon. I mean, it's always going to be my favorite. But sometimes you gotta look at this and just... This is just better. Though it just has really basic... It negates. It has protections. That's all it does. There's no nuance to this Dragoon. It's just indomitable by itself. But hey, there was a lot of times where I would activate Red Eyes Fusion. I look at what I have. I look at what my opponent has. And I can very quickly determine that without Dragoon, I wouldn't win. But there'd be no chance. I'd be completely stomped out no matter what I summoned. So the Dragoon is here to save the deck in a lot of circumstances. despite how generic its whole negate protection thing is. It kind of just punishes decks that try to bully you out of playing. It's kind of what this deck is about. That's why I called it Retribution Dragoon. You negate them, flip them, the Dragoon just run them over.